last year, bless their hearts, finally got a star. And they didn't know that. They couldn't figure it out. Well, we don't want to put too much Caitlin Clark on. Nope, every game. More Caitlin Clark all the time. Always. Caitlin Clark is easily the most influential athlete in a team sport.
He never got to finish his question, but he didn't have to. Angel Reese, in just 2 words, revealed the current state of the WNBA and its relationship with Caitlin Clark. And that relationship has just taken a major turn. Let me explain. Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA has been undeniable. Millions of new fans, sold-out arenas, and record-breaking viewership. But what's also undeniable is how the league fumbled its golden opportunity. Instead of embracing the Caitlin Clark effect, many within the league pushed back. They questioned the hype, downplayed her impact, and even mocked her fans. They treated the Caitlin Clark effect as a threat instead of a gift. And to anyone watching from the outside, it was clear.
Why we watching women's basketball, it's not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize.
The mainstream breakthrough, the headlines, the hype, the packed arenas. It was everything the WNBA had dreamed of for decades. They finally had the moment, the player, the spotlight, and the cultural breakthrough. They were on the verge of real money, respectable salaries, and global attention. But the catch was that it was Caitlin Clark leading the way. For many WNBA players, this wasn't a celebration, it was a funeral. Because for some, Caitlin being the one wasn't just a plot twist, it was the death of a dream. The dream that they would be the ones to collectively elevate the league. And maybe the hardest pill to swallow was realizing that after years of being told fans didn't care about the women's game, the fans did show up. They just showed up for Caitlin. There are levels to this, and that's life. Everyone goes through it. Yes, Diana, there are, like any loss, we've seen players and media move through stages of grief, denial, anger, and everything in between. Just wait until you see how it all connects. It's unbelievable. Still, it's been sad, messy, and a bad look for the WNBA. But now, something has changed. A moment that would normally be insignificant ended up shifting everything. The WNBA finally understands what's coming and is scrambling to get on the right side of history. Let's get into what happened.
Today, 20 points, 8.4 assists, 6 rebounds.
That's crazy.
Caitlin Clark was already living rent-free in the minds of half the WNBA. She hadn't just arrived, she exploded onto the scene. She tripled viewership, sold out NBA arenas, and sent jersey sales through the roof. Every Fever game became a must-see event, with fans lining up for hours and scalpers charging playoff prices for regular season tickets. Even before Caitlin Clark ever laced up a pair of pro sneakers, the hype surrounding her was nothing short of generational. She had just shattered the NCAA all-time scoring record, men's and women's, led Iowa to back-to-back national championship games, sold out every arena she stepped into, and hit logo threes like they were layups. Then came the WNBA draft. No suspense, no surprises, just a coronation. She was a clear number 1 pick. But more than that, she was a moment star. The camera flashes, the press coverage, the sponsors all lined up. And that's when things started to get strange. The league had seen great players before Edge Wilson, Kelsey Plum, Breanna Stewart, legitimate stars, MVPs, champions. But none had entered with this level of hype. And for some, that stung. Cue the first stage of grief denial. It wasn't just skepticism. It was outright resistance. The old guard players, media, even executives immediately stepped in to downplay the moment. You could see it happening in real time.
I mean, there's more than just that are coming. What will the league have in store for them when they get there?
Look, SVP, reality is coming.
If Caitlin had come in and flopped, or even just been average, the old guard would have had their "I told you so" moment. The narrative would have written itself. College is college, but the WNBA is a different beast. You don't just walk in and dominate the women who built this league. The hype would have cooled, and the media attention would have shifted, leaving the old guard feeling vindicated. But that's not what happened. Her first game drew 2.1 million viewers, making it the most-watched WNBA game in over 2 decades. Every time she played, the ratings climbed higher. National broadcasts, sold-out crowds, jerseys flying off the shelves. She wasn't just meeting the moment, she was owning it. And that's when everything changed.
Is the amount of little girls that were showing up to follow her, little girls with their parents, and the fervor and the energy there.
Why her?
Same thing.
Why her?
Well, but she was a white girl from the middle of America.
It was clear Caitlyn's momentum wasn't going to stop, no matter how many eye rolls or media critiques came her way. The next step was damage control, not off the court, but on it. The league, whether consciously or not, started pushing back between the lines. Players took liberties with her. Hard screens, off-ball hits, unnecessary contact. And what did the refs? They kept their whistles in their pockets. .it became a pattern. Let her get hit. Let her get do-nothing frustrated. Let her question whether she truly belonged. If the hype wouldn't fade naturally, they tried to snuff it out physically. And you could see it game after game. It wore her down. She was exhausted, bruised, and mentally drained. But Caitlyn rose above it. She didn't complain. She didn't fold. She got stronger literally and came back after the Olympic break, playing the best basketball of her life. MVP-level stuff. Leading the Fever to wins, breaking assist records, earning first-team All-Star honors, all of it once she proved the hype was real. We entered stage 3, bargaining. This was the point where people tried to make sense of the new reality. They negotiated with themselves and with others, searching for a way to explain what happened without losing what mattered most: status, pride, and control. Because the truth is, what many players lost was their ego. Caitlyn came in, took the lead by storm, and suddenly the spotlight wasn't on the veterans anymore. It was on her. So what did they do? They changed the narrative.